Now, Dr. Altikriti, CEO and founder of Cordoba Foundation, UK.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's the worst position to be between an audience and their food. I think we've heard some great remarks this morning and some great speeches from everyone who's spoken. And I'd like to focus on three main points that have come out and emerged as probably the culmination of the discussion that we've been having. The first is that we are amid what we can call a civilizational moment. The fact that we are seeing the downward spiral of the West and the move towards the East and the emergence of the global South, we are in the midst of what is truly and could be truly called a civilizational movement. And the question is, what will be the kind of format that will follow? And that's something that we are here hopefully trying to discuss and come to an agreement in regards with. The fact is that the West has failed. The systems of the West have failed. The models of the West have failed. The ideologies proposed by the West since the French Revolution, coming into full gear after the Second World War, have failed. What we're seeing is not only political decay, but actual moral decay that's hitting every single sphere, every single level. Whether it be the social, whether it be the economic, whether it be the mental. On every single level, the West has failed. And Gaza has probably opened up that particular wound that's been lingering for decades now and has exposed the level of decay, whereby even the institutions that were set up by the West post Second World War are now being dismantled, they're now being rubbished, they're now being themselves targeted, and their operatives and their employees demonized and attacked and debanked and the like because of their stand in regards with the genocide being committed in Gaza. The second most important point is that Palestine remains. As much as we can mention the crises that hit humanity around the world, but Palestine remains the epitome that demonstrates and manifests this decay that the international order has arrived at. Zionism, as explained by Dr. Sami Al-Arian, Zionism is what the genocide in Sudan has come from. It is what has brought about sectarianism in a country like Iraq. The failure economically of countries that are so rich with minerals and natural resources. The wealth disparity, the imbalance of power, all these things you can trace back to Zionism. And indeed, Zionism, with the dismantling thereof, we can then look forward to a truly new, re-energized, refreshed future, inshallah. The third point is that regardless of the best efforts of mainstream media, of whatever pressures and lobbies there are in the West, the United States and Europe, the fact is that the youth have awakened. The youth have woken up, and woken up not only because of Gaza and the images that they continue to see, but because they now realize that their systems, their so-called freedoms and rights are a facade and are not real. They now realize that whilst they may have endless choices in terms of what food they have, or what restaurants they go to, or what TV channels or applications they download on their iPhones, they don't really have freedom when it comes to speaking truth to justice. And many have seen the brunt being dispelled from universities for which they've paid tens of thousands of dollars, and staff being disbarred from entering their own campuses, and the likes of which you know. As a result of this, and a result of this discussion, the question that almost everyone has asked, what is it that we can and what is it that we should do? And the fact is that with this gathering of luminaries from so many countries, from around the world, from people with so much expertise, with so much political capital, social capital, moral, ideological, academic capital, it would be a great failure and a great shame if we were to leave without an action plan. And today, our quest for global justice, for a just global order, is that we emerge with a form of action, even if it were for the interim, even if it were for the next 6 months, then to assess and recalibrate in light of events that are evolving quite rapidly. But we must leave this place, this blessed place today, with an action plan, and inshallah we'll come to an agreement by the end of the day, and we will disperse this and see how everyone can play a role in pushing this forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anas Altikriti, and I appreciate that this suggestion has come from several speakers to decide something that makes it sustainable and some operational decisions.